What's up, Canes fans? This is Greentree All-American podcast coming here live on a Wednesday night. Just want to get on and talk a little bit about the Duke game, the Manny Diaz Bowl, battle of the Cubans between Mario and Manny Diaz. As we all know, Manny Diaz was the coach for the Hurricanes a few years ago, um, and also had one of the most embarrassing losses that we can remember. FIU at the Marlins Stadium, which also was the home or the grounds of the Orange Bowl. I don't think fans will ever forgive Manny for that. But I think both programs have moved on from them, um, and completely different people with both programs. So I'm glad Manny's back on his feet at Duke, but and he's building a decent program there. Um, Duke is 6-2. Um, the strength of schedule so far for them, they're ranked 69th in strength of schedule without FCS opponents, and the Canes ranked 16th. Um, so get into the game a little bit. What I expect to see is that I expect Manny to show a very aggressive defense as he's always shown in his whole career. We saw plenty of Miami, a lot of blitzes, a lot of man coverage. He'll challenge Ward to get the ball out quickly, confuse him a little bit with exotic looks. Um, but I think there's a lot that can be done against their defense. Um, as we know, Manny likes to run blitzes a lot, and that will break the defense. As we saw with North Carolina in 2021, they ran over for 700 yards against us, and they ran the same play over and over and over. Pretty sure it was counter. So I think there's opportunity for Miami to have another huge run game, like they had against Florida State. Um, and maybe it might be enough to another tough day for Cam Ward, but we'll see. I think it'll be a balanced approach, and I think Duke, they might provide some. Uh, they might provide a threat or two in the deep passing game. Malik Murphy, he gets the ball out really, really quick. So it kind of mitigates the pass rush, but also is inaccurate at times. And their offense is a little basic right now from what I've seen. The points per game, Miami's scoring 46.8 points a game, which is ridiculous, which is first in the nation. And Duke is only scoring 26, which is ranked 83rd. So I think one of the keys to the game is limiting turnovers because Duke, they're ranked second in the whole nation with turnovers. They have 19 total. So that's a pretty big stat. It's what Manny Diaz is known for, the turnover chain. He preaches it to his defense, and that can be commended because Miami, on the other hand, we rank 56 with only 11 takeaways on the season. You'd like to see our defense get more takeaways on defense, except the offense for more success. That way, we're playing more complementary football. Yards per game, Miami, they have 562.4 yards per game, which is crazy. Um, which is first in the nation, and then Duke is averaging 333.9 yards per game. The defense, actually, Miami out of conference or not conference, but uh, FCS stats, FBS versus FBS stats. Miami ranks 17th in opponent's yards per game with 314 yards, while Duke ranks 47th with 354.4. So I expect Miami to hold Duke to maybe the average or a little lower this game, and I expect Miami to have a big day in the run game and some explosive plays against Duke's defense. However, Duke is not a bad team. It's probably a similar defense to Florida State. I don't think they'll have the athletes as Florida State had, but um, but it will be challenging because they'll look at the film from the FSU game and saw that FSU play two high safeties and dared Miami to run the ball, which Miami did run the ball for 220 yards. So Cam and the receivers had a tough day against man coverage. I expect a lot more man coverage this game, but we'll see how the receivers do. I expect Xavier Strepper to have a bounce back game. He was a little quiet last game. He did some work, caught some nice passes, but I think he'll have a big day along with Isaiah Horton. Those two are really showing that they're Cam's go to. Man, I really just love this team, and I can't wait to watch them. Some other keys to the game, obviously, is limiting turnovers, as I said. Two, limiting the explosive play on defense, keep everything in front of you. And I like to see these guys communicate more. I saw still a few communication issues in the Florida State game, and also look like we're like out of alignment sometimes, which which puts our defense in a poor position. I don't know what the call is, like most of us, and I don't know if it's a communication issue or not, but you'd like to see the defense get better and better as the year goes on, because we'll need it at full force when if and when we make the ACC championship or we make the playoffs. Hopefully both. Um, but a big part of that, I think, will be having Damari Brown come back eventually. Gosh, man, he will provide a lot of help. A guy has an NFL body. He can run like the wind and he can cover. So when we get him back, I expect the secondary to improve. We saw Zaquan Patterson play a little more last game as we wanted. Jaden Harris played a little better. So saw some poor angles. But just hope at this point it is what it is at this point, and just hope they can kind of get better. You just want to give the offense a chance, get them in good field position, um, and limit the explosive plays. Um, so, with that being said, um, I think the third key to the game is um, I think the receivers will have some opportunities for double moves against Duke secondary. They like to bite on slants. They're very aggressive, and so if you his slant over the middle and then a slow go over to the middle and then up top, you'll get that safety in the corner, that safety to bite and hit him over top. So I think there should be some key route concepts that could beat man coverage. I hope Dawson is in his bag this week. Um, Canes are wearing all green this week. I'm excited to see that combo. They're 6-0 all time in the green unis. I know a lot of people were freaking out about the black unis last weekend, but I think it was a good look, as you can see here. Um, but other than that, let's take a look at college football weekend slate. Um, so Tuesday we had a few games: FIU, New Mexico State, Texas State, Louisiana, Sam Houston, Louisiana Tech. Um, Tonight we have Liberty, Jacksonville State, Western Kentucky, Kennesaw State. Thursday, Charlotte, Tulane. Um, Friday, Ashton Genty plays again. So it'll be an interesting Heisman race between Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, and Ashton Genty. I think it really will come down to who's playing in the championship games and which team is doing best. So you saw the media team create a awesome video for Cam about his Heisman campaign. But in his interview today, he just said, "Man, I don't worry about winning games," and which is cool because I see Travis Hunter being interviewed, and he's just basically saying, "I deserve this." So I like that Cam's more focused on the team than an individual award. I think Miami will go further that way. But there's some massive games on Saturday. We got Penn State, Ohio State. Um, Penn State, every time this year they kind of fumbled the bag. OSU is a 3.5 point favorite. Um, I like Ohio State to go in there and get it done. I just don't trust Penn State. Their quarterback is injured. Um, I think Ohio State, although they had a scare against Nebraska, I think they might go in there and get it done. But who knows? That's why I play the game. Miami and Duke, obviously. I think I like Miami here. I like our Canes. I've predicted a 45-20 type of victory. I think we cover. But Duke will get their points. I think it'll be an interesting game in the first half, maybe. But we're at home. We're in all green. I hope everyone packs a rock. Arkansas Ole Miss. This is a sneaky game. I think Arkansas might have a chance to to beat the spread. Ole Miss is -7, 7 point favorite. It's at Arkansas. I think this is a trap game for Ole Miss, so watch out there. Army, Air Force, Army, man, they're a problem. I think they went out. They could make the playoff, and man, I don't think anyone wants to play them. Illinois, Minnesota, decent game. I think Illinois will take the dub there. Going towards some of our conference games that we're on the lookout for. Got Virginia Tech, Syracuse. It's gonna be a good little game there. I think Virginia Tech might be ended up being the best win of our season. I think they're a really good team. Kyron Jones, it's a good quarterback. Um, I secretly wish that Miami might take a chance on him in the portal, just because of that Cam Ward cousin connection. But we'll see how the year plays out. Virginia Tech's a good team. Auburn Vanderbilt is an interesting game as well. Um, but I think the game that all of us will be watching at nighttime is either Clemson and Louisville. Louisville and Clemson, Jeff Brom is going to be in his bag against Clemson, although they're 10.5 point favorite. I think Clemson will still win, but like our game, I think Louisville will make it interesting. And watch that over. That could hit if you're in the betting market. I think a lot of points will be scored here. And then Pittsburgh, SMU. Pittsburgh's undefeated in conference, along as so is SMU. They won by 1 point last week at Duke. Duke went for it on a 2 point conversion and failed. So SMU got the dub. I think I like Pittsburgh to win here. They got a great squad. I think SMU is a good team, but also a little flawed. I think we're really interested in both of these games because obviously these are our competition for the ACC championship game. There is a chance that Clemson, SMU, Pittsburgh, or either Pittsburgh, SMU, could go undefeated along with Miami, which would create a three-way tie. And whoever has the best opponent win percentage will get in. At current standing, I don't know the facts, but Miami would be third. But I think if Miami just takes care of business, man, and just keeps winning games, go 1-0 each week, that's what everybody's preaching. I think everything will take care of itself, and hopefully we just stay healthy. I love what I'm seeing in the run game with Martinez and Fletcher. I think, it's a huge difference with Fletcher starting. He's providing that spark at the beginning. He's hitting the hole hard, and then man, Martinez just comes in there and wreaks havoc in the past 2 weeks. So I really like to see the run game. I like to see the run game getting better, but also I'd like to see the pass game kind of get back in its routine this week and score some points. Um, Guys, take advantage of the season. Cam Ward, people like Cam Ward don't come around often. Enjoy every moment. Um, but with that being said, guys, thank you for listening. Go Canes. You can find me at Goku's Barbell on Twitter, Mordecane, my username. You like, share, and subscribe this podcast, the Greentree All-American podcast. And let's go get this dub. Go Canes.